What is up, YouTube? Welcome to another video. It's a pleasure to have all you guys here. I saw that I got 2 subscribers, which is making me smile right now, as you guys can tell. It is a absolute honor to be able to have you guys, have the even thought process of subscribing to me. Greatly appreciate all of you that are supporting me and all of you that are on this journey with me. So the work works harder on you than you work on it, right? A lot of us have different tasks within our day, whether it be school, whether it be, our 9 to 5, whether we're trying to build a business, trying to be an entrepreneur in some fashion or manner. There's a lot of work that we do in a day's time, and that work can be very difficult. It can be hard, and we put a lot of energy within it, right? And as a result of it being hard, there has to be a more expenditure of energy towards that particular thing that we're putting our time and effort into, right? And so, of course, we are working hard on the work, right? But I want to put this idea of the work working harder on you than you working on it, because instinctually, as a direct result of you putting in a lot of work, of you working hard on a particular thing, that work is also working harder on you, right? And so follow me here, because I know this is a hard concept to conceptualize, but if you break it down with me, you'll understand. Whatever we exert the majority of our energy towards, we will ultimately get more results from that, right? So the more we put in, the more we get out, right? And that ties in very hand to hand to that of the work working harder on you than you working on it, right? The more we put into something, the more we'll get out, right? The more energy that we put into a particular activity, the more energy output will come out of that, right? So the more work you do, the more results you'll have, the more success you'll have, right? What I mean by that is, say you have multiple goals, right? And your goal is to make $1 million. Well, it's not ultimately the act of making $1 million that is most important. It's what it will take of you to ultimately make that $1 million. And so what I recommend all of you doing is, number one, setting high goals. Make sure that you're setting goals that you can aspire to, that you can reach to, that it kind of stretches you out a little bit and makes you get out of your comfort zone. Because it's not the act of achieving that goal that ultimately is the most important thing. It's what will it take of you to actually achieve that goal, right? What will it take of you to make $1 million, right? Not the $1 million itself. What will it take of you to become president? What will it take of you to become, to save $250,000? I don't care what it is. Whatever goal you have, I want you to understand that it's not the goal itself that is most important. It's what it will take of you to ultimately reach that goal. It's what that work will do to you as a direct result of striving for that goal. That's where the idea of working harder on yourself comes into play. Because as a direct result of every single day, day in and day out, pursuing that goal, that work is working on you, right? That work is ultimately becoming part of you. It is habitualizing within your habits. It's who you start to become. You start to become excellence. And that's why excellence then is not a act, but a habit, right? Excellence is not a particular thing that just happens. It's a habitualized act in which you partake in, right? It's habitualized. It's something that becomes part of you. Excellence is who you are. It's not an act, right? And so I want you all to really come to conclusion that the work does work harder on you than you really understand. Because say, for example, you want to be a good person, right? You want to become better. You want to, treat people with more kindness. Well, the individual that cuts in front of you, right? That's that's a portion of life or an event that occurs that you ultimately can take as the work working harder on you than you work on it, right? The act of ultimately becoming a better person, or the goal of becoming a better person, isn't the most important thing. It's the things that you'll have to do, the things that you have to habitualize, the things that you have to do day in and day out to become a better person. That is the most important thing, because that is where the process is made of change. That is where the process of becoming a better person really occurs. I want you guys to just take away from this video that you need to embrace the work. You need to embrace the things that you go through in a day's time. You need to embrace the highs and the lows, the things that come, the things that flow into your life, because it's all part of the process. You have to trust it. You have to trust the process and trust that the work is working on you to get you to the goals that you desire, right? It's not a bad thing that you're going through bad things. It's not a good thing that you're going through good things. It just is, right? It's getting you closer to that goal, right? Whether it feels like it in that moment or not, you are getting closer to your goal as a result of whatever is occurring to you, right? If you use it to your advantage, if you look at in a perspective way and in a productive way that the work is working harder on you than you're actually working on it, right? And so it's a concept that not a lot of people conceptualize. It's a concept that not a lot of people understand. And it's something that I feel could be of added benefit in your life. Because if you go through your daily life, through the mundane, not paying attention to it and understanding that all this hard work that you're doing is pushing you towards your goal, but also making you into an absolutely fucking unbelievable person, you'll enjoy life a lot more, right? If you don't do that, you'll enjoy life a lot less because it becomes mundane. The work becomes just something that you're doing as opposed to you viewing it as, hey, this is getting me, to my goal, but it's also making me a better person. It's also making me someone that I want to become, that I want to look in the mirror every day and be proud about. And I promise in due time, if you look at the actions that you're taking and understand that it's not the goal that you should be striving for, but it's the process of that goal, right? Everybody says, enjoy the process, right? It's not about the destination. Well, there's some truth to that. I know it's been thrown around a lot, but there's validity to it. Do not focus on the goal. Focus on what that goal is ultimately going to take of you to become and to achieve that goal, right? But embrace the work, love it, love the highs and lows, love every part of it because you are becoming a better person as a direct result. And I promise you, every fucking goal that you have, every aspiration that you have will be achieved if you enjoy the work and look at it as the work is working harder on you than you're working on it.